Hi, this is Joe again with another review. Before I say this video, I'm going to continue reviewing the Captain America films. And of course, this one will be a review of the 2016 film Captain America Civil War. Of course, it was Chris Evans once again as Captain America, along as also as Ron Downey Jr. as Iron Man, who makes appearance in this film, along with Scarlett Johansson playing his role as Black Widow, the Archer guy, whoever the hell he was, plus also SpiderMan makes appearance, and of course it's the newest SpiderMan. Of course, later on was stored in the Spider-Man Homecoming film, which came out I think it was the year later. But for this film, of course, it's like 2.5 hours of straight action, pretty much, and very, the thing I've been nitpicking on since doing the Captain America films is that I focus on all action and they forget about the damn plot. Of course, the plot of this film is, of course, in the very beginning of this movie, the Avengers, a group of Avengers led by Captain America, was going after this particular terrorist, and of course they were successful with that, but there was collateral damage. But the terrorist, before he blew himself up, he wanted to kill himself and Captain America, and he set off a bomb in his suit. So one of the other Avengers, I don't know what his character's name was, had psychic abilities, telekinetic abilities, and he transported the guy up like about 40 stories, but unfortunately blew up a building. And what happened was some people who were inside the building were fortunately killed. So because of innocent people were killed, and the UN felt that the United Nations, and the United Nations says, "Fuck you, UN," they decided to say the Avengers are too dangerous, and to sign a contract to say, hey, we say if there's a dangerous situation going on, we send you guys in there to sell it, and then that's it. That's about as far as it goes. We tell you where to go. You don't go yourselves into other countries to get, like the stereotypical villain of the week deal. And of course, most of the or about half of the Avengers agreed, or at least the majority of them agreed to sign this thing, but not Captain America. And they go, why don't you? And of course, Robert Downey Jr. by Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, says, hey, why don't you want to sign it? I said, look, we go where the villains is. We don't need the UN to tell us. We should work on our own to get these guys and to save the world. Because that's our job. That's why we became heroes, to save the world. And we can't do that if we were restricted like this. I mean, to me, it's kind of like what in my review of the 30 for 30 film, The Good, the Bad, and the Hungry, with Kobayashi, when he was restricted, was saying a contract with MLE. Only do stuff that MLE sponsored. That's what this was. That the UN wanted the Avengers to do stuff that only the UN tells them to do, and not what they should do. And that's what Steve Rogers tells Iron Man. He said, hey, this is what it is. And of course, Captain America says, oh, I'm going to go and look for my friend Bucky. But of course, we know now it was also the Winter Soldier. Well, Steve, along with Black Widow, they go and they actually find him and they capture him. But meanwhile, the rest of the Avengers, the ones who did sign the UN Pact, were going after Captain America and Black Widow because of they want the Winter Soldier because he's a dangerous criminal and stuff. Well, the Winter Soldier, or Bucky, is like a Manchurian candidate because there's a stupid psychiatrist who works for the organization Hydra, gave him some code words to go out and to kill as the Winter Soldier. which, eventually he does. He says that, like, certain code words in a certain order, and it made Bucky go back into his life as, or go back, the trigger mechanism in his mind to be the Winter Soldier, go out and kill people. Well, Captain America and Black Widow stopped him, but then the rest of the Avengers, including SpiderMan, stopped, want to get the Winter Soldier, and they had this big fight, and it took about, with the commercials on FX they had on the TV and the DVR, it took about 2 hours to get to this fight, and the fight scene lasted maybe like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's a big fight scene between the Avengers, who signed the UN Accord, against those who didn't. And so it went on and on and on, and it was like almost like an even match, pretty much. I mean, you had the newest Spider-Man actor to play, or the third actor in 17 years to play the part. I mean, you had more actors playing Spider-Man than you had James Bond over a 17-year span. Anyway, you had this fighting going on, and Captain America was able to convince Iron Man what was behind the whole thing. And so, of course, now they joined back to being joint forces again, and they went after the guys who kicked in with the Winter Soldier, the stupid psychiatrist that hunted his ass down, captured him, put an end to the whole thing. And then Bucky says, "Look, why do I freeze myself? Because we don't know how to get my mind deprogrammed on this." And also, they also looked for other Winter Soldiers, because Bucky says to Steve, well, Captain America, that there were other Winter Soldiers out there. So they put an end to all that. So they destroyed all the other Winter Soldiers so they wouldn't be running around the world like this. And they stopped it. And of course, they all found out how wrong it is, these accords having to be. Of course, I should also mention that the Black Panther was in this film as well. So, of course, I think it was like last year, 2018, when the Black Panther movie came out. And, of course, it was the only Oscar, and which I was surprised of, to find out that it was the only comic book movie that was nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture. Of course, it didn't win, but it was nominated. I thought the first Superman movie was, back in 1978. I thought that one was nominated for Best Picture, back in the day. But I thought it was Superman was nominated 40 years ago, but I guess not. But anyway, you had Dyke Panther was also in this movie as well. So you had a lot of actors who later on had their own comic book movie after this. But like I said, my nitpick is that it focused on all the action and the hell with everything else, and that bothers the hell out of me. And it focused on the action and not. I mean, it did have a little bit of a plot, but I figured they would expand the plot more and the hell with the action sequences, because they overdid it. I felt they overdid it because everyone wanted to see the fight with Captain America versus Iron Man. We just saw that, but it's like halfway. You can say it's about halfway through the movie. Then you saw that fight, and you still have about maybe a 45 minutes or to an hour to go in this film, and it's like you gotta have a fight for like an hour. I mean, that was my reaction when I saw it. But that's what people want in the comic book movies. They want all action and no plot nowadays. But it doesn't make it right, in my opinion. Just because they have more action doesn't mean it's a good movie. So that's my review of Captain America: Civil War. Please click on the video. Please rate it. Please subscribe to my channel, and please forward this video on your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews and on my YouTube channel at RowdyC.com. It's on WDY.C.com. On the homepage, the Rowdy Reviewer, Christine Moore. Please check out all of his videos on this website. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.